Breaking news, folks, we got some good news about the fourth stimulus check, the Social Security increase, and of course the unemployment benefits that you just have to know about. Be sure to stay until the end to find out more information on this. So as millions of people...
Folks, it's a great honor to be here, it really is. Commissioner, thank you for that introduction, and it's great to be with members of Congress here. Maggie Hassan, Senator Jeannie Shaheen, Representative Annie Custer, as well as Chris Pappas. And, let me tell you, the infrastructure law signed yesterday, and this is not hyperbole, would not have been possible without this delegation. That's a fact. No, Maggie, you did one hell of a job. Because, folks, you should know that Maggie was a key player in every aspect of this law. She led by getting bipartisan support. She made the case for making sure the law delivers high-speed internet everywhere in New Hampshire, which, as you know, from the pandemic is badly needed. And, protect New Hampshire coastline from rising sea levels and extreme storms. And she was always making sure New Hampshire roads and bridges like the one we're standing on today are safe, and this one is not. And so thank you, Maggie. And Jean, I won't surprise anyone here that you were the key member of this bipartisan group of senators that negotiated the infrastructure deal. Your common sense, as usual, always leads the way, and I mean that sincerely. The fact is that you need that being married to Billy. Be calm, common sense, and I shouldn't be so familiar, but anyway, Billy's a friend. But making sure New Hampshire water is safe to drink, upgrading pipes that are 100 years old and helping eliminate PFAS chemicals from the waterways. You always made the case that developing a workforce and jobs that were going to create is an issue that many small businesses here in New Hampshire focus on. And I might add, parenthetically, one of the things that's going to happen, we have another bill that's coming along here that has money for education in it. And it has money for education to provide for money that's directly for community colleges and for apprentice programs and Pell Grants to allow people, the colleges, to train for what is needed in the workforce. Including major apprentice programs so you can hire New Hampshire folks to do this work. And folks, Annie Custer's an old friend, and many times, how many times did we talk about New Hampshire parents during the pandemic who are worried about not having high-speed internet at their home, children learning remotely, especially here in rural New Hampshire. And every time this issue came up, you were there, reminding us and making the case she did, as she did in every element of the bill. And Chris, he was a key member of the committee that got this bill across the finish line. Because the truth of the matter is, getting big ideas in the actual bill is hard work, and technical data is required. It requires getting into the nitty-gritty and details without losing the big picture. And that's exactly what you did, Chris. You always remember the big picture and always making the economic case for the investments and how they're going to matter to real people across the country, but particularly here in New Hampshire. And how clean water, access to the internet, rebuilding bridges, and everything in this bill matters to individual lives of real people. This is not something abstract. Folks, it's not hyperbole to say that your delegation is laser focused on your needs, the people of New Hampshire, the concerns that are discussed around our kitchen tables. This isn't esoteric. This isn't some gigantic bill. It is, but it's about what happens to ordinary people. Conversations around those kitchen tables that are both profound as they are ordinary. How do I cross a bridge in a snowstorm? What happened? Think about it. You're in a situation, what happens if the bridge collapses and there's a fire on the other side? It's going to take 10 miles longer to get to the fire. People can die. This is real. This is real stuff. What does it mean if a school bus or water treatment trucks or logging trucks can't cross? It means jobs, it means time, it means energy. More broadly, how do we emerge from this pandemic, not just with a little breathing room, but a real fighting chance to get ahead? There are the things that take place at the kitchen tables where I grew up, and where all of you, where everybody's living. And Maggie, Jean, Annie, and Chris, and me, we all
will continue to feel the financial fallout of the crisis. Two of the country's biggest cities are committing millions of dollars to help struggling families. Cities like Chicago and Los Angeles are rolling out guaranteed basic income pilot programs that will provide monthly payments to low-income residents for 1 year. Los Angeles' program will give 3,200 people $1,000 a month, and Chicago's initiative is going to provide $5,000 residents a $500 a month stimulus check. Recipients will be picked at random, and applications for LA's initiative closed Friday, but Chicago is still hammering out the details for its program. So good folks, this is all good news for us because we're going to see more stimulus payments in the near future. So in July, Los Angeles County supervisors approved a 3-year pilot program for residents ages 18 to 24. And California is also looking into the potential of launching a statewide initiative to help out Americans that are still struggling financially. That's great news for everybody. So the idea of giving direct cash assistance to low-income residents has been tossed around for generations by economists, legislators, and community leaders. It has gained significant momentum during a crisis. According to census data, 18.4% of Chicago residents experience poverty, compared to 18% of LA residents, and that's higher than a national average of 11%. But the number of people living in poverty declined overall during the crisis because of the massive stimulus relief measures that were enacted. Even before the crisis prompted a stimulus program, some people proposed a $1,000 check to every US adult for 1 year. Do you believe that's a good idea, folks? Tell me in the comments below. And now the 5.9% increase given to Social Security recipients will set to boost over 70 million people's monthly payments. The increase is so high because of inflation. It will go into effect at the start of 2020. The increase is designed to offset inflation in goods and services. Unfortunately, despite the boost to make up the inflation during the third quarter, it still appears to be increasing at a rapid pace. The 5.9% starts in January for retirees that are collecting Social Security and December 30th, 2021 for those collecting supplemental security income. The day you receive your payment depends on what on what day of the month your birthday falls. If your birthday falls between the 1st and 10th of the month, then your payments will be deposited or sent the second Wednesday of the month. This makes the first payment with the COLA boost January 12th. And people whose birthday falls between the 11th and 20th will get their checks the third Wednesday of the month. And those with birthdays that fall between the 21st and 31st will get their check the fourth Wednesday of the month. The first check will be January 26th. And after the December payment for SSI recipients, they will start getting their payments in 2022. That's in February. And Social Security recipients should be receiving a letter in late December detailing the boost in their payment, so they know exactly what to expect. Now, Democrats in the Senate have also pushed for a tax on billionaires to help fund their spending plan. The proposal, called the Billionaire's Income Tax, may affect roughly 700 Americans with more than $1 billion of wealth, or earnings over $100 million annually for 3 consecutive years.
Chris and me, we all ran for office to help